Tonight's match is presented by Jägermeister as it's round 2 of the USL Jägermeister Cup. Back in the Valley of the Sun as Phoenix Rising FC play host to an old Western Conference rival in New Mexico United. We're going to welcome you up top here at 38th and Washington. Killian McClatchy here, my partner as always, Joe Lowry. And Joe, these are two teams coming in really good form. And as I said, it's an old Western Conference rivalry. These two don't like each other.
It really is. There's some regional blood between these two teams. They just met earlier on this month in New Mexico, a 2-1 win for Phoenix. You can bet New Mexico United is trying to flip that script tonight.
They certainly are. This time it's a Jägermeister Cup edition of this Western Conference Derby. We're going to take a look at the Jägermeister Cup standings as we go into group number 2. You've got the 7 teams. New Mexico standing on top of the Jägermeister Cup right now, sitting alone as they continue trying to grow some lead tonight.
Yeah, Phoenix Rising, they need a win, preferably one in regulation to claim all 3 points. Could also go into the penalty kick shootout, come out on top of that and grab 2 points tonight. But either way, Phoenix Rising has some ground to make up.
For Phoenix, you got to win. You got to score goals. For New Mexico, just keep doing what you've been doing. We're going to give you our players to watch presented by Circle K, though. And starting off with Phoenix Rising, it's one of the best goal-scoring contribution guys, Hope Avievu.
Hope Avievu has been a brilliant addition to this Phoenix Rising midfield. The number 10, he leads the team in goal contributions this year. 3 goals, 4 assists. Picked up that game-winning assist to Noble Okello on Wednesday in Las Vegas.
Over on the other side, Mukwele Akale. He's a name that Phoenix Rising fans remember. They're probably not too fond of him. He was the man that eliminated them in the playoffs last year.
Akale with that wand of a left foot, playing on the right wing for Dennis Sanchez, loves to come inside. He leads this team with 3 assists in 2025. He's a danger man for New Mexico.
He certainly is. Well, there's the players to watch. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to give you starting lineups and keys to the game when we come back at the Jägermeister Cup. Jägermeister is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the USL Jägermeister Cup. Take a shot at this exciting tournament all year long. Please drink responsibly.
Billy, I need help with the clicker.
Yeah, one second, Grandma. This guy's gonna buy my car.
Billy, you still there?
Okay,
You need Carvana. What's your plate number?
Boss MOV.
Vehicle features, no accidents, right?
No.
Good. Generating offer. Carvana can pick it up tomorrow.
That's an amazing offer. Do you still need help with the clicker?
I'll ask your sister.
Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
When you choose Arizona Sports Medicine Center, you have access to one of the Valley's most advanced sports medicine and orthopedic care teams.
You're choosing a multidisciplinary team who are dedicated to providing the care you need.
That's why we offer advanced treatments, both surgical and non-surgical options, including robotic-assisted procedures.
If you suffer from chronic joint pain, a sports injury, or need rehab after surgery, we're here to help you get back to doing what you love to do.
Care is more than just treatment. It's a journey we take together.
And now, everybody who's fueled by your local Circle K. There's flower shop owners, neighborhood bakers, awesome food truck sandwich makers, gearheads, mighty motorheads, farmers and their farmsteads, life-saving physicians and head-banging musicians, that guy who helps you change your spare, and rock star nurses. Hey. The people we rely on every day are fueled by Circle K. Every single day, fueled by Circle K.
There's satisfaction in sacrifice, in spilling blood, sweat, and tears, in knowing that you left it all on the floor and never threw in the towel. Well, except to clean up the mess. Giving it all for your team is worth every drop. Modelo, brewed for fans with a fighting spirit.
Tonight's broadcast of Phoenix Rising FC is brought to you by Carvana, by ASMC, and by America First Credit Union. Back in Phoenix, as the Banditos are ready at 38th and Washington for this Jägermeister Cup edition of Phoenix Rising and New Mexico United. I want to welcome you in, Killian McClatchy, Joe Lowry, as we are getting set for kickoff. Coin toss has been made. We're going to start off with Lowry's Lowdown tonight, presented by Peoria Nissan. Joe, what have you got?
Yeah, for Phoenix Rising, it's about getting out in transition and running at New Mexico United. And conversely, for New Mexico, it's about being alert on turnovers. Killian, coming into this game in USL Championship play. Now, again, we're in Jägermeister Cup tonight. But in Championship play, New Mexico lead the league in possession at 61.4%. They dominate the ball like no other team in this league. They also allow the joint lowest quality passes in the USL Championship. Opposing teams average just 76% expected passing completion against New Mexico. Phoenix have to figure out a way to get out on the break and play through New Mexico's waves of pressure and possession.
Yeah, they certainly will, as we're going to have the starting 11 getting ready to bring it to you today. As for Pa Muruka, his starting 11, it's pretty similar. A couple changes here and there. The typical 4-3-3. You've got the captain, Patrick Rakowski, who played absolutely brilliantly on Wednesday night, taking 3 points for Phoenix in Las Vegas. Then you got Flood, Montgomery, Asenge, and Smith on the back line. Then when you get to the midfield, Avayevu, Skierson, Okello. But when you get to the forwards, that's where things change up.
Yeah, you talk to folks at Phoenix Rising, and there's a world in which this is the front three tonight that maybe they envision. Of Isan Sako playing through the middle, Joe Margarita off the right, and Darius Johnson off the left. A dangerous trio of attackers up top for Rising tonight.
Over on the other side for New Mexico United, it's a 4-3-3. You've got Alex Tambakis, one of the best goalkeepers in the history of the championship, in goal. And you've got Gloucester, Ryden, Maples, and Lindsay on the back line. The midfield of Zico, Bailey, Zelalem, and Usman Jabang. And then the top three, you have Fernando Among playing that striker role, and our player to watch, Mukwele Akale. Our head referee for tonight, J.C. Griggs, getting us ready to go and officially underway for match number 2 of the USL Jägermeister Cup in Phoenix. Phoenix donning the all red will be working from right to left, as New Mexico United, the visitors, in the all yellow, working from left to right. Sharp combination from both sides on that front, Joe.
We're team primary colors out here, Killian. Just need some blue.
Alex Tambakis is rocking the blue for you in the goalie kit for New Mexico United. We want to set the stage for both these two sides. New Mexico United, we mentioned, coming in first place. Took an opening night win in the Jägermeister Cup as Montgomery slips a little bit trying to get the ball to Darius Johnson, and he'll find his way back to his feet. Is the New Mexico United club, though, sitting atop the Western Conference in the championship. 7 wins in their 10 games played, 21 points, 15 goals, and just 9 allowed in championship play. They've been one of the best teams defensively in the league.
Yeah, they control the ball so well that it's difficult, even when you're playing at home in New Mexico on the road, it's difficult to get the ball off of them to go and attack on the break. That's going to be a huge area of focus for Phoenix Rising tonight. You mentioned, Killian, that opening day Jägermeister Cup win for New Mexico. They're on 3 points in the Jägermeister Cup. And as a reminder, 3 points for a win in regulation, 0 points for a regulation loss, 2 points for a shootout win. And if this game is tied after regulation, it will go to that penalty kick shootout. So 2 points for a shootout win and just the 1 point for a shootout loss. Phoenix Rising on 0 points after their opening Jägermeister Cup loss in regulation, looking to make up some ground in what is a really difficult competition to get out of the group of Phoenix Rising trailing a bit.
It really is. After that foul on Colin Smith, Axel Asenge will be the one to take that free kick, and he'll actually wait and let Patrick Rakowski come over. This is a Rising club that has been in great form as of recently. Unbeaten in their last 5 league games, 3 wins in a row as well. Outscoring opponents 6-2 in that stretch. Back-to-back clean sheets in the league for Patrick Rakowski in this defense that has struggled at times so far this year. As the ball played down, Ryan Flood going to come up and have to go and collect with some space, though, as he's going to play one in with his left foot. Looking at the far post, gets back underneath to Margarita, and he wasn't able to control it. A little thumbs up from Margarita, though, liking the ball.
And don't be surprised if we see a few of those outswinger crosses, from Ryan Flood on this left side. Phoenix Rising training earlier on this week. He's taking a lot of those left-footed deliveries, even on set balls. Ryan Flood's distribution from that left side has proven to be a real asset for Phoenix Rising since he's entered that lineup after the injury.
Nice little 1-2 play for New Mexico United, but then the third pass unable to get through. That was Among combining with Zico Bailey, a nice little duo right there. And this is an attack. You talked about New Mexico United and just the defense and how good they've been all year. They are gettable, though, on the road. Of their 9 goals that they've let in this season, 7 of them have come away from Isotopes Park.
Oh, and this is a New Mexico team, Killian, that's still trying to find a little bit of who they are. Their first year under Dennis Sanchez, Eric Quill, their manager from last season, moves in and goes and takes over FC Dallas, an organization that he has plenty of familiarity with. Dennis Sanchez comes in and changes things.
Good ball up the right side of Margarita. Takes it inside the 18. Margarita so deadly in these spots. Tries to send in the center. Right-footed shot knocked away by Tambakis. Headed down, still not out, and finally it'll be a whistle and a foul. And there's a reason that Alex Tambakis is one of the best of all time.
Yeah, simple save on that one, but absolutely gets it done. Tambakis between those 2 posts. It's Gerald Margarita creating a little bit of danger inside the 18. Phoenix Rising able to find a shot. Isan Sacco tries to hunt that ball down, but a whistle gets blown. Gerald Margarita, Killian, even though that pass doesn't come off all that cleanly inside the box, there's something about this Gerald Margarita when he's playing on that right side that causes so much danger and confusion for opposing back lines. You could see New Mexico United just rushing that clearance. Team that's trying to settle a little bit into this match and into their life under Dennis Sanchez, becoming a ball-dominant team. You're going to see them build out of the back in moments just like this one, even when Phoenix Rising press high up the field.
And this is something we've seen from Phoenix Rising over the last couple weeks. Really aggressive in that press. It's helped them come away with these 3 consecutive victories in championship play. As New Mexico trying to find a way to get it out of their own third, and finally able to sneak it away. There's LLM working it into the center. Right back to him. There's a Kale on the near side. Kale leads this team in assists with 3. There's that left foot, swings one deep towards the 18, but a bit too far, and out for a goal kick.
And Akali leads this team in assists. He leads this team in expected assists. One of the better creators, especially wide creators, in the USL Championship. He's a player to watch tonight. We highlighted him in the open. Going to be a lot for Ryan Flood and Braxton Montgomery to deal with on that left side of Phoenix's back line.
Smith into the center, a little shove from behind. But poor ball in the middle, turned right back over to Phoenix as Okello chips one over to Ryan Flood. There's the youngster Braxton Montgomery settling into another role for him this year, and thrust into action early on due to some injuries and some unavailable players. But Braxton Montgomery certainly looks like he's found himself a home here in Phoenix in the 11.
Yeah, it's been easier at times this year to talk about what positions Braxton Montgomery hasn't played rather than the ones he has played. Towards the end of that 1-0 win over Las Vegas on Wednesday for Phoenix Rising, Braxton Montgomery playing as a number 8 in Palm Uticas central midfield group after starting the game in this center back position. Guy who played as a midfielder in the academy has played all over the back line this season.
Good little 1-2 and too far away from Margarita. Another opportunity gone away, as we've got the Spooner availability report for tonight. Lots of names for Phoenix Rising. Some guys starting to work their way back, though, for them. Whereas over on New Mexico United, still some of the same guys. Their leading scorer, Greg Hurst, still unavailable this evening.
Yeah, a lot of absences for both sides. Some good news for Phoenix Rising fans. Pop, our boys, slowly getting back to work in training, running a little bit earlier this week after that leg injury suffered earlier on this season.
There's a Kale with a chance to try and stretch one out. Lays one off to the right side. There's Lindsay. Lindsay right back to Among. Spun back. Lindsay is going to reset things. Getting ZLM. The German, Zico Bailey. Bailey with the ball at his feet, turned right over. Noble Okello does a nice job. Now tries to battle and keep possession, but he cannot, as Bailey ends up slipping. Kello still a battle, fighting for the ball, getting physical, still continuing to play. Ball still bouncing around and free, and now an opportunity for New Mexico. Trying to cut in. Nice little step and a tackle made by Asenge to take it away as Colin Smith tries to play one over the top. Can't get it through. Sacco trying to work his way around his defender.
Well, and that's what New Mexico United are so good at, Killian, of dominating the ball, but not just using it to their advantage in possession, but taking advantage of the turnovers that happen where Phoenix Rising try to break. But with numbers around the ball and quick defensive reactions, New Mexico United are not an easy team to counter against.
There's a steal away and a quick yellow, Usman Jabang. A quick yellow card as he took down Hope Avievu, who stepped up at the right time and stole the ball.
That's great work from Hope Avievu, constantly buzzing around the midfield for this Phoenix Rising team. You can see Jabang just late there trying to stop that counterattack. Hope Avievu working his way back to his feet.
Avievu, one of these guys on this Rising team, seems like every time he's out there he takes a beating, one of the smallest players on the pitch, yet pops right back up every time.
Oh, and it was Hope Avievu playing a ball from further upfield, yes, but from a similar position in the midweek against Las Vegas Lights, finding the head of Noble Akella, who's now up to 2 goals on the season, both off of Hope Avievu dead ball assists. Keep an eye on Akella inside the 18.
4 assists this season for number 10 in red. Puts his right foot through it, low one down into the center. Knocked out. Montgomery wants a low at goal, and that one took a little bit of a deflection, but Tambakis, good reflexes to fall on top of it.
Alex Tambakis getting some looks early on in this game. Underhit set piece from Hope Avievu there. Phoenix Rising a bit fortunate to claim that second ball. Comes out here to Braxton Montgomery, gets his right foot through it, takes the deflection. An easy save at the end of the day for Tambakis.
Not a position Montgomery's seen himself in far any often this season, as that one knocked away as a ball tried to play through where Sacco might not have mattered, as he might have been in offside position, but New Mexico United will hold it and reset things.
That's a clever ball, though, and a clever idea from Joe Margarita. You look at this front three of Sacco through the middle, Darius Johnson on the left, Joe Margarita on the right. So much quality in this group. Johnson and Margarita arriving last summer, Sacco coming in over the offseason. 3 players with European pedigrees, guys that Phoenix Rising are really, really high on for some understandable reasons. But 3 guys who haven't had a lot of time together this season due to injury issues, due to absences. Some international games coming up as well for some of these players. It's been a chopped and changed front line for Phoenix Rising in 2025.
Zico Bailey working his way up front. Lots of space as Skeers tries to meet him. Ball played through over to the left side. Chasing it down and collecting, but a nice job doubling back was Colin Smith, and it'll set up the first Carvana corner kick of the night, and it will belong to the visitors.
And a great tempo, killing through the first 10 minutes of this game. Some back and forth stuff. Both teams very eager to get forward. New Mexico using the ball, happy to play through lines. Phoenix Rising looking for those opportunities in transition. Nice start to this one.
Mind you, this kick is brought to you by Carvana, proud sponsor of Phoenix Rising. Carvana will drive you happy. Bailey will be the man to take it. Ended up laying it short. Akale. That one given off Fernando. That one right foot crossed in. Ryan Flood first to get his head to it, as Fernando knocks it right back out. Akale. Bailey will reset. Little 1-2. Try to play Akale a long run. Keeps it right in front of the flag. Back heel Fernando. And that one just got a toe on it. Knocks out for a throw off of Margarita. I mentioned these two met earlier this month. It was a 2-1 victory for Phoenix Rising. That one was in New Mexico. Hope Avievu and Darius Johnson, the 2 goal scorers that night on the road. Long ball over the top. Akale with a good run. He's going to stop and turn. Left-footed cross, a bit too far. Fernando was the man there towards the backside of the 6. As it looks like it never actually went out of touch. It stayed in. Trying to play it back through. Pressed forward, a poor turnover. ZLM into the center. Akale. Akale cuts through. Tries to get a shot off. Nice tackle, diving in, and now a foul. Looked like it was J.P. Skeers who went in strong. Looked like from here he got the ball first, but the way it sets up, it will be a free kick in a very dangerous spot.
And J.P. Skeers alert to Makwele Akale cutting inside on that left foot. You can clearly see that that's something talked about in training for Phoenix Rising. Skeers comes in hard, certainly gets the ball there, but plenty of contact as well. It's a data point here for both teams to understand how this game's going to be called.
This home crowd not too pleased about it, and it looks like there'll even be a booking for J.P. Skeers. Don't necessarily believe it's all that deserved. However, it is going to set up a straightaway set piece opportunity for New Mexico. So it's Akale and Bailey, the two setting up for this free kick. JC Grigg still trying to set everybody up. Phoenix and Patrick Rakowski getting the wall lined up.
Yeah, and keep an eye on Akale with that left foot, potentially trying to go up and over that wall.
Rakowski has it set. Akale will go for a goal, and Akale! A set piece beauty, and it's 1-0 to New Mexico.
Akale soaking in the booze from the Phoenix Rising faithful out here at 38th and Washington. A delightful free kick from the winger. Takes that left foot, bends it over the wall. Patrick Rakowski, no chance to get to that one. And New Mexico United are up 1-0 in the Jägermeister Cup.
Wanting to silence this home crowd, and an absolute beauty from Mukwele Akale. He just likes scoring goals against Phoenix, Joe. What can you say? He had the big one, as we mentioned in the Open, to eliminate Rising in the playoffs as Aveyevu takes a little shove from Jabang. They're going to get back going quickly. And fans want to remind you that the USL kicks off the month of June on ESPN2 with a battle of Eastern Conference 11th at 8 p.m. on ESPN2. As Akale came together hard with Johnson, and Johnson on the ground right in front of Dennis Sanchez. Not the biggest fan of it all.
Akale just coming through to try to get that ball clear. Nothing intentional there. Certainly does make contact with Darius Johnson. Got Ryan Flood over near the ball. Wonder where the card is after JP Skierce's foul on the other end. Another set piece opportunity here for Phoenix Rising. Darius Johnson still on the ground.
Trainer going to come over and take a look at Johnson as he is still down directly in front of that New Mexico bench. So in a match that started off so quickly, the first 10 minutes, as you see Pa Moduka, his first season at the helm here in the Valley of the Sun, as Johnson makes his way to his feet. Very gingerly, albeit. But a match that started off so quickly in the first 10 or so minutes certainly kind of slowed down a little bit with the last few fouls.
Yeah, but if we take a couple of fouls to get another free kick banger like that, I'll take that ratio. Mukwele Akale shushing the crowd after that goal. Not shushing us, Killian. We talked about how dangerous he is in the open with that left foot, and Phoenix Rising feeling that yet again.
Akale, a guy who had 4 goals and 5 assists last season. Guy's made his way up through the USL ranks. Flood, long ball, sent all the way to the back post. And too far, as it's all the way out for a goal kick. But Akale came his way up through USL League One. South Georgia Tormenta had an excellent season there back in 2023 before signing with New Mexico United. As Akale comes all the way in, that one taken away. Johnson back on the pitch, tries to work his way through, and it took a deflection right through the legs of Maples.
Well, and keep an eye on New Mexico United. In the following few minutes after that goal from Akale, they're not going to change. Under Dennis Sanchez, they have these clear principles of play where they want to control the ball. They want to build from the back with these measured passes. They're not going to shift their approach.
Bailey with the ball, send one over to the left wing for Fernando. Fernando face up with Colin Smith, gets it around him all the way down to the goal line, sent into the center. And everybody's kind of waiting to see what in the world's going on, and it will be a corner kick.
Well, how simple was that for New Mexico, moving the ball from back to front, pulling Phoenix Rising to one side and playing through central midfield.
Yeah, very clearly out. It wouldn't matter, it wasn't even on goal anyways. Another Carvana corner kick, second one of the night for New Mexico United. This one low, driven to the near post, and that one sent all the way back out towards midfield.
Phoenix Rising have to find their footing back in this match, regaining some of that defensive solidity. New Mexico having just too much ease when it comes to their ball movement, knifing through Phoenix Rising central midfield group. Phoenix need to find that compactness and look for opportunities to turn the ball over and attack on the break.
One taken down to the center. As Fernando weaves his way around a trio of red kits. Sent all the way back to the defensive line. Jalen Lindsay. Akale gets himself around, floods some nifty dribbling. Nice ball sent through Jabang. Jabang has to wait up. He's got Akale back to his right, making a run. Elects to keep it himself. He's now doubled. Chip through, back heel, somehow gotten through. Mukwele Akale showing off so far tonight. Maples up front for Lindsay. Lindsay, good find through. Thomas Among down to the center. That one chipped off of Asenge, but Rakowski was in the right place. A dangerous moment for New Mexico United once again.
Man, if you're Dennis Sanchez, you're thrilled with how these last 10-15 minutes have gone. Among with that ball into the box. Patrick Rakowski having to be alert in between the posts. New Mexico having so much success breaking through Phoenix's lines.
Sacco runs in behind. He's one-on-one, gets shouldered off and loses possession to Ryden as the two collide down in the corner. And it will be a goal kick. Phoenix Children's is the exclusive and official pediatric medical partner of Phoenix Rising. To learn more, you can visit phoenixchildrens.org. So 1-0, 20 minutes played in Phoenix. Mukwele Akale with a banger off of a set piece just outside of the 18. The 14th minute has us at the current 1-0 scoreline. Killian McClatchy, Joe Lowry. As Phoenix Rising looking to try and answer. Two teams in great form right now. Ball played over the top. Lots of room for Margarita. He's going to wait up. That one crossed across the face of goal. Johnson and Avayevu weren't able to get there. And one man sprinting through, that was Sacco at the near post.
And you can see the frustration there from Joe Margarita. Looking for a runner towards the back post. Darius Johnson just a little too late to arrive. Phoenix will have had a couple of moments of danger through that right side with Joe Margarita leading the charge.
Margarita's been so good this season. 3 goals in the championship. Ball laid down to Margarita. A quick 1-2 touch over to Colin Smith. Tries the backheel, but backheeled it right to Chris Gloucester's feet. As Fernando tries to start a breakaway. He's going to wait up at least for a second. Now elects play it back to Gloucester to reset things.
Yeah, you can see there the movement of Gideon Zalalem. Just so savvy off the ball. Someone who's been a big name in American soccer circles for quite some time, rising up as a wonder kid in the Arsenal system, shining for the U.S. Youth national teams. His positioning, sneaking away from Hope Avayevu in midfield, giving New Mexico time to breathe and play these forward passes.
Jabang collides with Avayevu as New Mexico wants to get it back going quickly, and they do. Lindsay weaving his way around, gets it back onto the feet of Ousmane Jabang.
New Mexico playing that ball in so quickly, Ousmane Jabang. It's hard to find a better illustration of how this team wants to play under Dennis Sanchez than that. This is a team in New Mexico that's averaging the 3rd most passes per game in the modern era of the USL Championship. This team dominates the ball. They want to play these short passes at the expense of everything else.
Lindsay chips one towards the back post, but nothing there. As it's out for a goal kick, Rakowski will collect. And fans can watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Select matches will be available in Spanish throughout the rest of the season. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Well, laid up in the center as Johnson took a little bit of contact in behind. Phoenix wanting to play it quickly, and they go 1-2 between Hope Aveyevu and JP Skierce.
Well, that was well done from Darius Johnson against the physical Jalen Lindsay, a guy with thousands of minutes at the MLS level between Sporting Kansas City, Charlotte FC, someone who's played underneath a coaching staff with Pam Mudaka on it last season in Charlotte when Pam Mudaka was on Dean Smith's staff at the MLS level. Just a moment ago off camera, Darius Johnson looking for some instructions from Pam Mudaka of exactly how to crack this New Mexico squad.
A poor pass by the youngster Montgomery leads to possession back to New Mexico. Joe Margarita, though, at high work rate, these top three providing the pressure, making New Mexico execute their passes, and there is a turnover. Colin Smith steps in front of that one and begins to press forward. Smith still with it off to his right, going to take a right-footed shot, and it took a deflection, and it will be the first corner of the night to the hosts.
And you could see Joe Margarita, Killian, you said it there, with the high work rate, sort of leading that press. Margarita has become the de facto leader in a lot of ways for this Phoenix Rising squad. Phoenix move up the field quickly, force a turnover, and it's Colin Smith trying to find something inside the 18. Now a corner kick for Phoenix Rising.
So it'll be Flood, the man to come over and take this corner on the far side. First Carvana corner kick of the night for Phoenix Rising. Flood, an absolute banger of a dagger goal last time they were in this building. As Flood readies to put his left foot through it. And now a stoppage as Greg's going to call over Isan Sacco as a quick conversation with him. A little too handsy down on the goal line. Sacco and Among tangled up right in front of Tambakis. Flood readies once again. Played low. Aveyevu, one touch. Hope Aveyevu goes for goal and just over the top of the crossbar.
Phoenix looking to catch New Mexico out there on the short corner up to the edge of the box, and Hope Aveyevu. Aveyevu with that right-footed strike just can't quite test Alex Tambakis. Phoenix still knocking.
It was a good idea trying to go top bins. There's a little slip from Asenge, but somehow it worked out just the way he planned, I'm sure. Nice little move to get some space from Aveyevu, and he turns it around. Then a poor pass. He was trying to feed one through to Sacco as Akello comes over and helps take possession right back. Here comes Margarita pressing forward. He's got Hope Aveyevu, and it took a touch as it looks like it was off of New Mexico, and it'll be another corner.
I love that run just a minute ago from Isan Sacco. It doesn't quite get rewarded. But Killian, that's the second time we've seen Isan Sacco make that slipped run in behind. So quick and alert to those turnovers. Phoenix Rising's number 9 trying to lead that line, make himself available after New Mexico lose possession.
There's another look at the last corner for Phoenix. It was a shot just on the edge of the 18 from Aveyevu. Akale now kind of sitting right in that same space to try and prevent a second look like that. Flood ready's second Carvana corner kick of the night for Phoenix. Johnson comes running towards. This one going to be swung in towards the box, looking for the big head of Noble Akello, but it went all the way through, touching nobody. It will be a goal kick. Margarita holding the ball on the near side. And now he'll just drop it. It was a goal kick. Everybody trying to reset. At least it was originally motioned to be a goal kick. Guess it'll be a throw into Phoenix. J.C. Griggs originally pointed right to Tambakis, but it'll be a long throw. Trying to leap up. Johnson tries to get his foot to it. He goes down, takes a little bit of contact. But Montgomery backs up to take possession, as Colin Smith will chase that one down. That one taken away. Opportunity to get out and run for New Mexico United on the counterattack. Long ball in behind. Flood misplays it. Akale, lots of space as Flood has to double back to get in front of him. Akale gonna hold up. He's got Lindsay making a run to his right. He finds him. Lindsay crossed right back. Fernando slipped as he was going for a play on that ball, and it fell harmlessly into the hands of Rakowski.
And Ryan Flood struggling on this near side to deal with Mukwele Akale cutting in, and also the overlapping threat of Jalen Lindsay. Lindsay had so much time to deliver that ball into the box. Phoenix can't afford to give up that much room inside their own third.
Kello comes running in to win possession for Phoenix. Avayevu with all sorts of room in the center, and now a stoppage back behind play as a couple New Mexico United players are down, one of which being Zico Bailey on the edge of the 18. As that's Salalom, and he took a little bit of a shot from Noble Okello, so he is down as well.
Yeah, it's a hard shoulder from a big guy in Noble Okello, a physical threat in this Phoenix Rising midfield. Zalalem took that one hard.
Noble Okello, 6'5", 192 is what he's listed as the trainers will come out and take a look at Zalalem. See Foster having a little conversation with J.C. Griggs. And that's going to take us right into a hydration break. So they will take a stoppage in this moment as they continue to tend to Zalalem, as he is now up, which is a good sign to see. Rising fans, got to introduce the ultimate match day deal from Phoenix Rising. It is the family 4-pack. You can get 4 tickets, 4 entrees, 4 chips, and 4 waters or sodas, all for just $100. And bring the family and experience an unforgettable night of soccer. Get your family 4-pack now at phxrisingfc.com. We are Phoenix Rising, Todos Rojos. So as we are in the hydration break, 1-0 after Mukwele Akale's set-piece goal in the 14th minute. That is the difference so far in this Jägermeister Cup. Second match of the USL Cup. First season with championship sides being involved. Joe, we saw last year it was just a League One competition. Worked out really well. It was a great competition as a whole, so the USL adopted it, brought it to the championship, and letting some new teams and some new faces get to run into each other as you take a look at Dennis Sanchez giving some orders to his team.
Yeah, Dennis Sanchez in this New Mexico spot had to take on a USL League One team in their first Jägermeister Cup match, and that win over Union Omaha. Phoenix Rising have Texoma on their schedule later on in the group stage. Some fun interleague matches, and Killian, something to keep our eyes on as the USL eyes that expansion into Division I in the American men's soccer pyramid.
I certainly got to keep an eye on that. This is a group too, which is it's heavily stacked with championship clubs. You got New Mexico, San Antonio, El Paso, Colorado Springs, and Phoenix Rising. 5 of the 7 in Group 2. The only others, as you mentioned, Union Omaha, and then Texoma, who Phoenix Rising will hit the road and face a little bit later on this season. As we are back and underway out of the hydration break. Skiers played back to Asenge as Montgomery kind of leaning back, just gets a foot on that as Skiers tries to come through, but Avayevu does a nice job doubling back to come get it. One hop off the chest of Johnson. Johnson with Lindsay in front of him. Akale comes to try and help out. They're going to switch. Avayevu. Flood. Played back to Braxton Montgomery. I mentioned it earlier tonight. Most of the chances for Phoenix Rising so far tonight have come on the right side through Margarita as Johnson runs. Looked like he almost gave up on that ball, ends up keeping it. Leaps over the defender, but Akale comes in to get it. Very good challenge from Lindsay, who came flying in and just got a piece of that ball.
Yeah, Jalen Lindsay closing like a linebacker there on Darius Johnson, who didn't think that ball was going to stay in. Regains his composure, gets back on it. Now it's another Phoenix Rising throw. Watch for a long ball here from Ryan Flood on this near side. You can see the replay here. Darius Johnson does manage to keep that in bounds. Jalen Lindsay coming in hot.
Heard the footsteps like Cam Chancellor in his Seattle days, the Legion of Boom. As an unfortunate throw in, as it looked like it kind of slipped out of the fingers of Flood, and now a whistle in behind. Will be a foul, and New Mexico will keep possession.
Legion of Boom reference from Killian McClatchy, folks. I like it.
Cam Chancellor some love.
Take me some Richard Sherman while we're at it.
Boy, Akale showed off a little bit of that earlier tonight, saying, hey, you can't stop me.
I thought you were moving us past this Seattle thing, and I'm glad you didn't. I wasn't ready to move on.
Long ball from Tambakis. That one in behind. All sorts of yellow kits as there was a foul as Asenge went down. There was a reason. There was 3 yellow tops in alone in front of Rakowski. And he's back in play. Asenge played back to Rakowski. We were talking a little bit coming into the stadium tonight just about the position that this Phoenix club is in. Long ball from Asenge. It's a long run and a foot race, and it's just barely run by Chris Gloucester, but it will be a throw. They won it quickly. Avayevu quickly set down. Right back to Avayevu. Smith. Margarita weaving his way around. Trying to sneak his way through, but nicely done defensively as he tries to win possession back. Good tackle and a whistle. And behind there was a foul.
That's great defensive work there from Luis Fernando, getting back and involved in that play. We've seen it on both sides for New Mexico United tonight. Akale getting back on this near side to help Jalen Lindsay. Fernando on the other side, assisting Chris Gloucester. This New Mexico team so cohesive when they're back in their 4-4-2 defensive structure, getting real buy-in. Dennis Sanchez, even from his attacking players in this team. So impressive, Killian, what Dennis Sanchez has done over the last couple of years of his career. First year in the USL Championship as a manager last year with Las Vegas Lights. Really helped turn that club around as they moved and had a record finish in the Western Conference. Then comes over to replace Eric Quill, and this New Mexico team has made them, in a lot of ways, even better and even clearer identity. A lot to like about Sanchez and a lot to like about this New Mexico team.
Good possession now moving forward for Phoenix Rising. Johnson working his way ahead. Going to be a low cross, and there was nobody there as Tambakis covered it and scoops back to his feet. Throw out to Jabang, now into the center, Zico Bailey. Look at this back line as well for New Mexico. Talked about they don't allow very many goals, just 9 allowed total in the championship so far this season. Got Taylor Maples, Kalen Ryden, 2 stalwarts in the center of that back line for New Mexico United. As Asenge kind of weaving his way through traffic a lot higher up the pitch than he normally finds himself. Flood getting involved, tries to sneak a ball through to Johnson. Johnson in behind. Johnson goes down, and it will be a penalty to Phoenix. Johnson celebrating after taking the knock. You can see him hobbled just a little bit as teammates come over to check on him as Johnson earns a penalty in this first half and an opportunity to equalize in the first 45.
Yeah, clear penalty there with the foul from Jalen Lindsey on Darius Johnson. It's a great ball into the box from Ryan Flood. Threads Johnson in off the ball. Johnson makes that run, gets inside of Lindsey, and does well to draw that foul. Ryan Flood scores that banger you referenced earlier, Killian, last time out at 30th and Washington for Phoenix Rising. Does the fake hammy injury celebration as he's still dealing with that upper body arm injury with the brace. Didn't know from Darius Johnson if that was something similar. Seems like he actually did end up with a little bit of a knock there, still hobbling a little bit back on the field.
So Flood gets some water. We're waiting to see who's going to take this penalty. Is Margarita, and it looks like it will be Isan Sako. Sako, the Frenchman, 1 goal so far this season in the championship. An opportunity to level. Deep breath from Nino. And that one slotted home. Top right, and it's 1-1.
Isan Sako making no mistake with that penalty. Phoenix Rising, in preparation for the potential of the penalty shootout tonight, worked on penalties in training all week. Once they get back from Las Vegas, Isan Sako buried his in training yesterday and does the same with that right foot. No chance there for Alex Tambakis, and we're back level in the Valley of the Sun.
Sako hitting him with a gritty and makes it 1-1 and brings this Phoenix crowd back to their feet. Sako, his first goal in the Jägermeister Cup. And the real question is how will these final 5+ minutes in this first half play out? As Pamodu Ka wants to get it going quickly as he scoops the ball right back up. It's kind of that age-old saying, Joe, is it's the last 5 and the first 5. So much momentum can swing. As Rakowski getting involved, sends this one deep as Sako tries to get ahead to it and can't. Margarita tried to weave his way around some defenders. Sako comes flying in to force Tambakis to play it.
Yeah, fascinating to see the responses by both of these teams. In Mexico United, we talked about it already. Doesn't really matter what the scoreline is. They're not going to stop trying to control the ball and build. And for Phoenix Rising, they're not going to stop trying to go forward either, even as they do it in a more direct fashion. JP Scarce getting the ball right back into play after drawing that foul.
This is a Rising team. It seems like when they score, it seems like it's almost with every team out there in soccer, but after they score, it seems like they just get that pure jolt of adrenaline and they go at least for the next couple minutes.
Yeah, this Phoenix team certainly has that energy in them. They really do respond well after finding the back of the net. It gives them confidence, especially you feel it in this front three, and Hope Aveyevu supporting underneath.
Aveyevu, that one sent over to Johnson, who earned that penalty just a few minutes ago. Johnson tries to get around to his right, has a little bit of space, lays off for Aveyevu. Aveyevu, nice find in. Sako, but the flag is up on the far side. And an opportunity goes by the wayside.
What a ball, though, that is from Hope Aveyevu. The disguised pass. Sometimes the hips do lie. Hope Aveyevu slides it through on the floor to Isan Sako. One of the best distributors in the USL Championship, Hope Aveyevu.
Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big leagues, Select is there every step of the way. You can visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. as a foul and now a yellow for Joe Margarita, who is helping out in defense as he took down Among, doubling back.
And Joe Margarita pleading there, trying to make his case, not really knowing what he's doing all the way along there. Loses the ball on that far side, Margarita, and works so hard to track back. Reaches around, finds the shoulder of Among there. It's a simple call from the referee. Another set-piece opportunity now, though, for New Mexico United.
It's going to be the goal scorer, Akale. Setting himself up next to Bailey. 44 played in this first half in Phoenix. Akale going to be the one to take it. Left-footed cross into the center of the box. It doesn't matter, as there was a foul right around the penalty spot. There are a couple red jerseys on the ground. That'll be a goal kick to Phoenix.
Yeah, see the replay here. Collision there between Jabong and Isan Sako, certainly.
Yeah, Kello hit the ground. Sako was down as well, as Phoenix gets it back playing. As we wait and see what stoppage time we have in this first half. As it's officially up on the board, 3 minutes.
The fourth official is indicating there will be a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time remaining here in our first half of play.
Markovsky gets ahead to it. High up into the air. Fernando tries to chip it forward, but Smith comes back through, nearly played it away. Skiers, too strong of a touch. Dangerous spot for that kind of play. And that one kicked back around, still set in play. Fernando, long run. And now some contact and a foul. Will be a free kick to Phoenix. And the soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. And get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats. Bailey trying to make the argument, saying Markovsky needs to get himself going as he waits up. Phoenix trying to press numbers forward, see if they can't find one more for the end of this first half. Akello gets his head to it. Sako chipped it down. Some space now for Margarita. Margarita hesitates, crosses it towards the center. Avayevu, 2-1 Phoenix.
Celebrations in the northwest corner. Some afters as well. With Alex Tambakis coming to get involved there in the celebrations. A lovely cushioned header there from Hope Avayevu. Does so well to bide his time off the ball, and it's Jero Margarita, the danger man on that right side for Phoenix Rising. Bides his time. Doesn't rush that ball into the box. Waits for New Mexico United to commit. And chips it over to the shortest man on the field, Hope Avayevu, who heads it home. It's 2-1 Phoenix Rising.
Avayevu with his assisted by Jero Margarita makes it 2-1 Phoenix Rising. That's going to be one you're going to look at the post-match notes and see a Hope Avayevu headed goal, and not one you expected to have on your bingo card tonight.
No, it's not, but somehow fitting that he ends up finding the back of the net with his head there after Phoenix Rising go route one to advance play.
Might not be done. Smith comes all the way in, sends it back in the middle. That one ball set down in the center, but now a foul as Okello ran into Tambakis. As New Mexico gets it back going quickly. There was another opportunity created by Margarita, who went completely horizontal and knocked the ball out of the air. And Phoenix, it's like blood in the water with a shark right now. Senge elevates, gets his head to it as Akello ends up winning possession, but nobody's there. And there is the whistle for the first 45. An exciting first 45 as it brings this home crowd to their feet in a round of applause for their men in red. 2-1 Phoenix Rising as they go into the halftime break. Thanks to the Sacco penalty and Hope Aveyevu, his header in stoppage time, has it 2-1. As we're going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We got the halftime report coming up. It's USL Jägermeister Cup action in match number 2. He almost gave up on that.
The savings are spreading fast during our Spring Fever sales event at Coulter Buick GMC Tempe. We've got your cure, a new ride with exceptional factory offers and huge dealer price cuts. Like a new 24 GMC Sierra 1500 with up to $19,000 in Coulter savings. Or lease a new 24 Buick Envision for only $289 a month. So catch the fever and save during our Spring Fever sales event at Coulter Buick GMC Tempe. Experience the difference.
When you trust your heart to Abrazo Health, you're choosing one of the Valley's largest networks of cardiologists.
Nationally recognized for the heart care we provide and a dedicated heart hospital.
You're choosing a team who has dedicated their lives to help save yours.
We are here for every heartbeat, from preventative diagnostic testing
to performing complex, life-saving heart surgeries.
In matters of the heart, we believe it's a journey that we all take together.
Because heart care is better together.
This is how Arizona's family first alerts you before weather changes.
A team with more than 100 years.
Props.
We're first alerting for a freeze warning. Fire risks.
This lack of rain increases the odds of wildfires.
All so you can protect your family, pets, and property.
Know about changes before they happen with First Alert Weather on Arizona's Family.
Hey, just a reminder that me and some friends are headed to the credit card bill tomorrow.
Again? I hate that you're always going to the credit card. Why can't you stay here and do things with us?
You don't generate the same interest. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Get your money working and keep more of it at home with 0% interest for 6 months on new Visa credit cards at America First.
What's going on?
How are you?
I'm chilling. Thank you, man. Thank you. Welcome to Burgers and Banter with my guy here, Noble. We're going to enjoy a nice meal and get some chatting.
Fire, can't lie.
Got something on your lip, though.
First question is, what's the funniest misunderstanding you've had with a teammate who speaks a different language?
Remy. He doesn't speak English very well at all. So anytime you speak to him, you gotta really slow it down for him, explain.
Who do you think is worse, him or Sacco?
Nah, Sacco's worse.
But he thinks he's always right.
Yeah, he thinks he's always right, so I don't even fight him anymore. I'm just like, all right.
Good guys, though.
Yeah, they are right. Ever accidentally scored a goal in training or a match and pretended it was totally intentional?
Yeah.
When was that?
On you.
What?
After scoring the winning goal in a final, you have to do a dance celebration. Which dance move are you busting out? Let's see it.
Let's see it?
It says let's see it.
Nah, man.
You gotta do it.
I've never scored a goal like that. I'm a goalkeeper. Actually, you never know. It's my go-to, fam. Ready? You can see me? The meanest whip. Read this. Like that, in the corner.
Are you lying? You're not doing that.
I am. Shirt off, shorty, mean whip, fam. It's my turn.
Where,
see this guy? Have you ever fought someone during training?
Me?
I made that one up. Anyways, ever tried sweet talking the referee out of a booking? What did you say? It didn't work.
This year I've been getting a lot of yellows, so I've tried being nicer to the refs.
Clearly it's not working.
Yeah, but it's slowed down.
Yeah.
I started out the season hot, 3, you know?
Back in Phoenix, Jägermeister Cup action 2-1. Phoenix Rising on top for the first 45. Don't go anywhere. Halftime continuing on the other side of this break. Jägermeister is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the USL Jägermeister Cup. Take a shot at glory and celebrate the magic of this exciting tournament all year long. Please drink responsibly.
went to the beach, and it was totally worth it. Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. 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 What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
3 ice-cold Jägermeister shots, please. Those look warm.
Serve it cold or don't serve it at all. Jägermeister. Damn, that's cold.
Phoenix! 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 Woo! Out of here. I'm out. Phoenix! Phoenix!
This is Centerville Bank Stadium in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, just opened in early May with a capacity of more than 10,000. This is the newest gem in the USL Championship, and there are more of these coming pretty soon in both the Championship and League One. 2 clubs progressing towards their new homes are Detroit City FC and Sacramento Republic FC. Detroit City has acquired the land it needs close to downtown, while Sacramento has a similar goal in its downtown district known as the Rail Yards. Future plans are in the works for Oakland Roots SC, New Mexico United, and expansion club Buffalo. In League One, AV Alta FC's inaugural season kicked off in a renovation of Lancaster Municipal Stadium. Portland Hearts of Pine upgraded a local icon, Fitzpatrick Stadium, for its debut. Greenville Triumph SC broke ground on its new home with help from co-owner the great Ronaldinho. And defending League One champion Union Omaha is planning its next home. 2026 expansion includes Fort Lauderdale United FC Stadium Complex, already a USL hotspot, and expansion stadiums are nearing the finish line in Fort Wayne, Indiana, Eugene, Oregon, Corpus Christi, Texas, and Boise, Idaho.
Back in at halftime for the USL Jägermeister Cup. 2-1, Phoenix Rising on top thanks to Isan Sako's penalty and Hope Avayevu's stoppage time goal. Chloe Akale, the lone goal scorer for New Mexico United. Here are some of the scores from around the Cup tonight. Hartford Athletic with a 3-2 win over Westchester earlier today. Loudoun United with a big win, 2-1 over Louisville City. And then right now the big one, Sacramento Republic pouring it on Las Vegas, 4-0 in the second half there. As in the same group number 2, Colorado Springs with a 1-0 victory, get their first 3 points of the Jägermeister Cup action as we continue on. As USL news and notes. A couple call-ups for the US U17 team. Pedro Guimaraes and Ramiz Hamoda called up to the US U17 team as USL United Black players and Bellevue University award the 4th USL Impact Scholarship to elevate TBR, which is a great thing to see. And then the pathway to the pros, Greenville signing former USL League Two Defender of the Year Toby Sims to a pro contract. Greenville Triumph with a huge upset win today in the Cup. They took down Charleston Battery, one of the best teams in the championship right now. Those are your USL news and notes for this week's Jägermeister Cup action. Well, we're going to take another break. Don't go anywhere. On the other side, players starting to make their way back out in the Valley of the Sun for the second half. Tonight's broadcast of Phoenix Rising FC is brought to you by Carvana, by ASMC, and by America First Credit Union.
This is how Arizona's family first alerts you before weather changes.
A team with more than 100 years of local experience will stay ahead of the weather that impacts you. Air quality.
We need to prepare for some weekend winds.
Temperature drops.
We're first alerting for a freeze warning. Fire risks.
This lack of rain increases the odds of wildfires.
All so you can protect your family, pets, and property.
Know about changes before they happen with First Alert Weather on Arizona's Family.
Nice car. Still for sale?
Actually...
Perfect. How about I pay you half now, half later?
Well, the thing
I'll
is
whip
that...
the trailer around, blow this baby up.
There you go, Jake.
Thank you.
Did you just sell your car to Carvana?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Well, that puts this location into context.
I tried to tell you.
Sell your car to Carvana today.
Hey, just a reminder that me and some friends are headed to the credit card bill tomorrow.
Again, I hate that you're always going to the credit card. Why can't you stay here and do things with us?
You don't generate the same interest. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Get your money working and keep more of it at home with 0% interest for 6 months on new Visa credit cards at America First.
There's satisfaction in sacrifice, in spilling blood, sweat, and tears, in knowing that you left it all on the floor and never threw in the towel. Well, except to clean up the mess. Giving it all for your team is worth every drop. Modelo, brewed for fans with a fighting spirit.
Back in Phoenix, sprinklers are on, players are back out of the locker rooms, and we're getting ready for the second half of this Jägermeister Cup action. 2-1, Phoenix Rising on top of New Mexico United. Killian McClatchy, Joe Lowry. Got your first half highlights, which are presented by Gila River Resorts and Casinos. It was an exciting first 45, 3 goals, and it started off with an absolute banger from Mukwele Akale.
Yeah, shushing the crowd after this set-piece strike. With that left foot, Akale so bright early on in this game.
And then some opportunities. Phoenix answered right back. Darius Johnson takes some contact inside the box, earns the penalty for the hosts. A little celebration, even though he was hobbled a bit, as Isan Sako slotted home the goal right here. Goes top right to level it at 1-1.
Yeah, 7th made penalty in his career. Isan Sako, just 3 misses. Steps up, no doubt about that one. Phoenix Rising back at 1.
Big celebration, but then Phoenix, they weren't done yet. In stoppage time, Joe Margarita gets the ball off a couple big headers won by his teammates. Hesitates, crosses the center, and lo and behold, look who it is. It is Hope Abayevu, the 5'6" man, heading home to make it 2-1.
Yeah, great goal there from Phoenix Rising. Some Route 1 stuff and some class inside the box as well.
Here are the first half stats. So you see that score line 2-1. Phoenix played pretty well. They've done a really good job pressuring this New Mexico club. Obviously, possession, like normal for New Mexico, sitting heavily in their favor tonight.
Yeah, New Mexico have owned the ball and did so even after they went 1-0 up in this game. Dennis Sanchez knows exactly how he wants to go about controlling games, and that is by using the ball. Don't expect that to change. New Mexico will not waver even as they look to get back in this game.
Almost ready to go for this second half, as J.C. Griggs getting ready to get back going. This did have one change. Zico Bailey coming off after the first 45. Marlon Vargas, the man who comes on as Asenge probably got away with a little bit of a shove right there.
Yeah, maybe not quite congruent with how some of the first half whistles went. Fairly tight affair in the first half. Also some hard contact along the way in that first 45. Marlon Vargas coming on for Zico Bailey for Dennis Sanchez is going to change this team's structure, if not their principles. Vargas is going to be occupying at times some higher spaces, playing alongside Tomas Among. You can see him dropping deep into midfield as well. He can do a little bit of everything. He will be further forward, though, than Zico Bailey at times in possession.
Kello coming up to help things out as Smith gets one to Margarita. Margarita turns, tries to go right through Chris Gloucester, but Gloucester shut it down. It will be a throw to Phoenix. Vargas, Bakersfield, California. His born represents El Salvador. He had 16 goal contributions a year ago for Colorado Rapids 2 at the next pro level. He was one of the goal scorers in their first match against Union Omaha in the Cup. So Smith will toss this one in, looking for Akello, gets his head to it, chested down, and cleared out. It'll be another throw as Pamoduka. A little bit higher than that, Pa.
Yeah, not a part of the Legion of Boom. Pamoduka, I think we can say that with some certainty. Not playing free safety there for Phoenix Rising. Some longer throws, though, from Phoenix Rising. We saw it from Ryan Flood in the first half. Colin Smith there just a moment ago. Phoenix looking for extra opportunities to launch the ball in the box, almost creating these pseudo corner kick opportunities off of long throw-ins.
Smith, another long one as he chests that one down. Akello coming across. Akello centered it. He had Johnson making a run. Excellent job clearing it away as now Asenge gets tied up with a mug, and it will be a free kick. New Mexico wanted to go quickly, and Margarita a little bit of gamesmanship, stopping right in front to force Usman Jabang to have to wait just a second longer.
And a fun battle there between Among and Asela Senge, who's been so good for Phoenix Rising since coming in on loan from the LA Galaxy following Casey Walls' retirement in this back line. Senge started, been such an effective presence for Phoenix Rising, giving them a new life in that center back spot.
We talked about a little bit earlier. We mentioned Potmar Boy, the captain of this club, as now a foul as JP Skiers got a little too much contact there with Jabang, but you have Asenge in there. He's set himself up, I think. It's fair to make the argument that he's going to be playing as long as he is healthy for this Phoenix team on the back line. Then you have Mo Traore, who is finally back and available for this team, made his 100th appearance earlier this week in Las Vegas. Then you have Potmar Boy slowly starting to make his way back from injury, but so you're going to have three of them on top of, oh, by the way, you have Braxton Montgomery, who's been really good, the youngster. So plenty of good options on that back line for Pamoduka and this Phoenix Rising club.
Which was certainly not a guarantee, right? Thinking about the injuries, Potmar Boy's injury, you have Casey Walls moving out of this squad, you have Mo Traore going off to get that green card. He's finally, as you said, Killian, back in this squad. Things have changed.
Stolen away there. Avayevu coming through, hesitates. Avayevu tried to sneak one through low. He had all sorts of space. He tried to go over Tambakis, but he was all over it. Now a potential counter for New Mexico United. Vargas lays it ahead for Fernando. Fernando taken away. Excellent defense by Colin Smith as Smith sends it back into the middle. Sacco gonna turn, wait up for some help, finds Avayevu. Now Darius Johnson going to slowly start walking this one to the attacking third. Johnson turns on the Jets, bursts into the 18, tries to cross it and center down near the penalty spot, but nowhere there as that one goes right up and ends up catching Avayevu in the face. Another look. This is one I hope Avayevu is going to want back, a potential brace. He was looking right at it.
Yeah, and you can't see Gerald Margarita on your screen there, but Gerald Margarita absolutely livid when he doesn't receive that ball from Hope Avievu. Margarita running free on the right side of the box, waiting for that pass. Avievu opts to go it alone. Not the worst decision, had certainly a decent shooting angle there, but could not beat Tembakis.
Margarita, he was the assist man on Avievu's last goal, as they're tending to Hope Avievu, giving him a second. As looks like back ready to go. Fans, you can't watch the match. You can turn on Sirius XM FC 157. It's North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus, you can hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM 157 and the new Sirius XM app. And if for some reason you got to head out and have to turn off the TV broadcasts,
don't say it.
I know. Got to plug it, though. That one crossed in right to the hands of Tembakis. This game is currently live on FC 157. So if you have to, not saying you should.
Good recovery.
Of course. If you're driving, of course, be safe. Chris Gloucester with the ball at his feet. Going to try and press one forward for Fernando as Colin Smith going to shoulder it off and let it run all the way out for a goal kick.
And Colin Smith's been so solid defending against Luis Fernando so far tonight. He's been really effective on this right side. Colin Smith, leading this Phoenix Rising squad in minutes in 2025, has been Mr. Reliable for this team in terms of availability, which has been at a premium for Rising in 2025. Defensively solid tonight, Colin Smith.
Yeah, the old cliche is, everybody will say, oh, the best ability is availability, and really that has been Colin Smith this season. He's been pretty much the only guy who has been available pretty much every single night for Phoenix Rising, as Johnson going to stop and turn JP Skierce. Now Hope Avievu. Talking that back line, of course, it's been riddled with injuries and unavailability all season long for Phoenix.
Looking at this back line, Killian, of the four on the field for Palmu Dakar, there's only one player that coming into the season you would have thought would have been in that starting group, and that's Colin Smith. Emil Cuecio out dealing with injuries, changes in the middle of the back line. This has looked like a very different team, different personnel.
That one chipped forward. Smith trying to run after it. Went right up the line, but Tembakis came up and fielded it. And he'll just roll it right back out to get play back going.
Well, it's interesting, Killian. Talked about Marlon Vargas and his entrance into this game. Someone who could play higher alongside Thomas Among. Hasn't really done that. He's playing in a very similar role and occupying very similar positions to what Zico Bailey did in the first half. A little smoother player on the ball, a little less buzzy defensively. Hasn't really changed things all that much for Dennis Sanchez's side.
A little miscommunication there from Noble Akello. Did a nice job to help win possession for Phoenix. Now some contact. Skierce and Jabang come together. It'll be a throw to the home team. 2-1 Phoenix. Coming up on 10 minutes played in this second half. Thrown in Avievu. Chipped up, ball keeping itself up in the air. Finds its way through Johnson. Johnson cuts in, gets to his right foot. Johnson goes down inside the box. No whistle that time. As Flood able to keep it, and Phoenix going to try and reset things. Johnson with his arms out, asking where was the call that time. Akello over to Sakos on this right side. Sacco tries to weave, stop, gets it to his right foot. Nice defense, though. As Fernando trying to take it out and alleviate some of the pressure. That high press for Phoenix, continuing to cause problems tonight for New Mexico, as Akello a little tug and a turn at the back of ZLM.
And it's New Mexico breathing a sigh of relief after seeing Darius Johnson go down in the box yet again just a moment ago. No contact as deemed by the referee. New Mexico continue to search and really to look for anything in this first half as a trio of subs work their way over to the fourth official. From Dennis Sanchez, who's clearly trying to change the momentum of this game. New Mexico just have not found opportunities in this second half, building through Phoenix Rising's 4-4-1-1 defensive structure.
Tomas Pondeka, Daniel Bruce, and Mackenzie Gaines, the three awaiting to come on for New Mexico United. So some big changes coming here in the next few minutes for Dennis Sanchez's side. Zalem over to the far side. That one chested down and kept in. Jabang, that one centered. Gloucester, who's come in, chipped ahead. Akali behind, say it was Fernando, and Fernando! It's level again at 2-2, and a touch of brilliance from number 9 in yellow.
Luis Fernando, not camera shy, finding his moment in the spotlight. A lovely finish from the left winger. Great control and power with that left foot, picking it out of the air. New Mexico United had been searching for their breakthrough in the second half, and they found it. It's 2-2 in the Valley of the Sun.
Akale, the goal scorer from earlier tonight, celebrating with his attack partner and Fernando, the Brazilian, with a great goal to bring this one back to 2-2. As the subs coming along, Pondeka going to come on for Jabang. Among coming off for Bruce. And then the goal scorer, fresh after putting one in the back of the net. We get all sorts of hugs and high fives from his teammates as his night is done.
And how's that from a final act from Luis Fernando? His last touch of the evening gets this New Mexico side level. Phoenix Rising immediately trying to go the other way through Joe Margarita.
And they're going to earn themselves a Carvana corner kick. First one of the second half. Carvana, proud sponsor of Phoenix Rising, will drive you happy. Well, if you look at least the recent matches for New Mexico United, there's been at least 3 goals scored in each of their last 4 games across all competitions. So no surprise we got 4 so far here tonight, and we'll see if either of these two teams can find one more. It'll be Flood to take the corner on the near side, as old Gaggle, red and yellow, pressed all in around that blue kit of Alex Tambakis. Not a place to be if you're claustrophobic at all. Flood readies it. Keep an eye on Noble Akello. He had that goal earlier this week for Phoenix. The game winner off of a set piece. This one crossed in. That one sent towards the middle, but nowhere near the goal. It was a Senge who tried to get his head to that one.
That's another great corner, though, from Ryan Flood. Great tempo on that ball. Nicely placed as well as Sela Senge getting something on that. Phoenix Rising threatening on some of those dead ball moments.
As the press right back at it for Phoenix. Allen tried a little back heel flick. Smith has to double back, unable to get there. Vargas, as Aveyevu runs stride for stride with him. That one sent towards the center. Just got it away. Was Tomas Pondeka, one of his first touches of the night. Here comes Akale, the goal scorer in the first half for New Mexico United. Akale wants to get to that left foot. Tries to set himself up. Going to have to send it back to ZLM. Right back, Akale. Nice little run. Akale going to stop and turn, but Skierce was right there to stop him as Flood clears it out back towards midfield.
I do wonder, Killian, with Dennis Sanchez making now 4 substitutions over the course of this second half. Phoenix Rising coming off of just a couple of days rest. They played midweek on Wednesday at Las Vegas on the road. New Mexico United have had that full rhythm. The energy starts to play a real factor in this second half. If Phoenix Rising with a shorter bench due to still those injury issues end up looking a little leggy here.
There's Gaines. He's going to cross this one in. That was over the top of everybody, but not fully away out of danger. Too long of a touch. Now an opportunity for Margarita. If the flag stays down, it looks like it will. Margarita going to stop. Tries to get around. Excellent defense, though, from Maples as he shut that down immediately. And now a foul. A little touch from behind from Johnson.
And that's nice redemption there from Talon Maples after he gets done on Hope Aveyevu's goal earlier on at the hands of Joe Margarita. Hanging tough there defensively, the stalwart for New Mexico.
Johnson trying to help out Lindsay, a little uniform malfunction. As Phoenix Rising and Modelo have teamed up to offer the ultimate game night experience. For just $20, you can get one ticket and one 24-ounce Modelo to elevate your game day. Don't miss out on this special offer. Get your tickets today and cheer on Phoenix Rising. And buy now at phxrisingfc.com. We are Phoenix Rising. Todos Rojos. The ball played all the way in. Colin Smith first to get his head to it. Knocked back down Gaines. As a touch will be a throw to New Mexico United. Gaines, one of those substitutions. He was the man who scored the lone goal last time these two met in New Mexico just a few weeks ago. It was a late goal. Gave New Mexico life in a game that saw them go down to 10 men. It was Alex Tambakis who was sent off at one point in that match, and a ball deflected away, not fully out of danger. Wondeka now shoved off to the side. Asenge, and a nervy moment for Phoenix Rising as they try and quell the momentum.
Talking about Mackenzie Gaines there, Killian. Now matching up against Colin Smith on this near side. Such a different type of winger than Luis Fernando. Fernando can be chewing behind it. We saw that quick, aggressive run off the ball on his goal just a few minutes ago. But is more likely to size you up and go 1v1, take a couple of extra touches. Gaines is a straight line player.
Poor pass. Now an opportunity sent to the middle, and right there on cue, Mackenzie Gaines, New Mexico, back on top.
New Mexico United finding their rhythm in this second half. Do so well in the high press here. A sloppy bit of play from Phoenix Rising. You see it here, a turnover there out of the back. And it's a quick 2 passes over to Mackenzie Gaines, who has very little to do inside the 18. Braxton Montgomery, the 18-year-old, with that turnover on the left side, and New Mexico punish their host to take that 3-2 lead.
Gaines' second goal in as many meetings with Phoenix Rising this season. One in the championship and now one in the Jägermeister Cup, and it gives New Mexico United the lead right back. It was Marlon Vargas with the assist on that one as well. It's a roller coaster of emotions tonight, Joe, for this home crowd. Akale got the scoring started 14 minutes in. Phoenix answered with 2 right before the break. And now 2 more unanswered from New Mexico, thanks to Fernando and Mackenzie Gaines in just a 7-minute stretch.
And it's Braxton Montgomery again who gives that ball away. Has not looked especially assured on the ball tonight, the youngster. Still hasn't had a lot of those moments in 2025 where he is contributing that directly to opportunities for the opposition. Has been a low mistake player this season. Still is going to be kicking himself for that turnover.
Too strong of a touch from Margarita as Montgomery, that one a little bit of an errant header as Asenge has to double all the way back to collect this one. Asenge waiting, and finally puts his foot through it. That one headed right down Akale. Akale will have a chance with his right foot, and that one just wide. Another dangerous moment as New Mexico almost doubled the advantage.
And Akale thought, why not take this one with my right foot? Prefers that left, but not too far away there with the non-dominant side.
You can kind of see Akale as well, at least for a half moment, kind of think about it. And that one bounces around. Flag stays down. Margarita, long run, going to cut over to his left. Margarita, low shot right into the waiting hands of Tambakis. Not a difficult save for the man from Athens, Greece.
Yeah, Margarita rushes that one on the right side. Real contrast there from his assist in the first half to Hope Aveyevu, where he's so patient, waiting for the opportunity. Ends up forcing that one a little bit and settling for a low-quality shot.
Senge will settle down in front. Aveyevu going to turn as Phoenix wins possession. Smith up for Aveyevu, who chips it ahead as Margarita a little frustrated with the setup on that ball.
And looking down towards the Phoenix Rising bench, looks like it's Mo Traore getting a few instructions before he enters this match, presumably for the left-sided center back Braxton Montgomery. In the aftermath of that turnover, giving Phoenix Rising a pair of steadier boots in the middle of that back line.
So throw is Gloucester right into the center. Lots of space as Flood has to run back over. Here comes Akale. Akale going to stop, trying to get to his left. 1-2 with Vargas. Chip back towards the center as Asenge comes flying in to get ahead to it and clear it away. Sacco tried to start a run, but the ball wasn't able to get to him as New Mexico United reset. All laid up over the top through everybody as Rakowski comes in. You can feel the air kind of just let out of this building after the two quick goals from the visitors.
Yeah, a huge difference from the energy at halftime here at 38th and Washington. The crowd giving the home side a standing ovation. It certainly feels different now.
Here comes Margarita, struggling through once again. Sacco has to let that one go. Smith, who stayed on, tries to go for the short-sided look, and there was nothing there. And lots of hands on hips in red. Right around to the 6.
Plenty of cheers there, though, from the Phoenix Rising coaching staff. Seeing Phoenix continue to push forward into that attacking half. Joe Margarita looking for Isan Sacco there. Might have stayed onside, the number 9, but lets it through to Colin Smith, who opts to try to aim for that near post instead of finding a cutback. Some frustration there from the Phoenix Rising Red, but certainly opportunities for them still going forward.
Senge pestered from behind by Akale as Smith gets things back going. Tries to chip one forward. Nobody there, though. As Mo Traore is ready to come on, it looks like maybe Ryan Flood will be the man he'll be replacing. So Margarita, another chance. Margarita hesitates, gets back to his right. Still with the ball on his feet. Lays off for Akello. Akello towards the back post, and that one just cleared away out of danger. It will set up a corner. We'll see if Traore will come on now or if they'll wait a few moments longer. And it looks like Mo Traore will come on for Ryan Flood. As Traore working his way back up to his regular workload. Going to come on for the last 20-plus minutes.
Yeah, and it'll be Braxton Montgomery then shifting out of that center back spot, presumably moving over to the left back position. Phoenix wanted to get this sub in to get another body in the box, another aerial target in the tall, lanky Mo Traore.
So it'll be another Carvana corner kick for Phoenix Rising. Aveyevu back to his normal spot on the corners. The man taking them. Gonna cross this one in, leaping up and finding the back of the net. It looks like it was Noble Akello who got a toe to it. The big man scores for the second time this week, and it's 3-3.
That Hope Aveyevu Noble Akello connection paying dividends yet again for Phoenix Rising. They move Mo Traore on the field quickly off of that substitution to get another target in the box. And they take advantage, Phoenix Rising, of the dead ball opportunity to pull this one back level. You can see the set piece here from Aveyevu. And it does look like it's Akello who just gets a touch on that one. We'll get another look at it here.
Skierce. It's close. Not sure of who the assist man's going to be, if it's going to be Skierce who just got a piece of it, or if it will be Hope Aveyevu. Either way, this home crowd, I'm sure, doesn't mind who is the man with the assist. All that matters is it's back level at 3-3.
How's this for a game, Killian?
This is what the Jägermeister Cup is all about. An opportunity now potentially brewing for New Mexico United as Montgomery gets run over and earns the foul. It's actually Skierce, who is helping back in defense.
And it's hard to tell, Killian. That one might go down as a JP Skierce goal. It's difficult without that behind the goal angle. Either way, Phoenix with another strike.
Senge weaving around. That ball played out. And eFootball is here. You can live your dream and rep your team. And you now play as your favorite USL Championship club. Reminder that eFootball is free to play, so go ahead and download it now. Will Seymour readying to come on for New Mexico United. Ball trying to press it ahead. Margarita trying to make a long run as Akello comes through a strong challenge. As Akello gets told, we're not doing that one again. He said he got him once, got him twice, got him 3 times, and no more. As Olellum a little slow to get up after that heavy challenge. He's waiting to see who that substitution is going to be for. And now it looks like there's going to be a booking over here on the bench for New Mexico United. It looks like one of the assistants, and Dennis Sanchez not happy about that. This crowd, however, certainly enjoying that.
We talked about it in the open, Killian. Some bad blood between these two teams. A phenomenal game between these Southwestern rivals, and some tempers flaring as well in this second 45.
Chris Gloucester will be the man exiting for Will Seymour. Akale takes it with him. We'll reset things. Akale, Fernando, and Mackenzie Gaines, the 3 goal scorers for New Mexico United. Sacco on the penalty. Aveyevu and officially JP Skierce will get that goal, as he did just get a touch according to the scoring. So JP Skierce with the goal in the 70th has us at a 3-3 score line off of that last corner. And don't think we're done. There's still 15 plus minutes of action to go in this half. Kale down as that one doubling back and pushed around. It will be a corner. New Mexico looks like they wanted to take it quickly, but they're going to wait up and get things set up.
Yeah, running right at Mo Traore there, who's just getting back into match fitness after being away, getting his green card. Played a little bit off the bench at Las Vegas on Wednesday, off the bench again tonight. Keep an eye on Mo Traore and his speed of play in the last 15 plus minutes of this match.
So Kale, another Carvana corner kick. Left foot through it. As Okello races and gets his head to it. Maples sets it down at Kale. Lots of space for him. He's going to get a crossover. Still on his left foot. Going for a goal as Rakowski leapt up, punched it down, and trying to get back going quickly. It's a foot race. Margarita has to wait for the ball to get up to him now. He's going to have to chase down. A great opportunity. It would have been a 1-on-2. Unable to get to it. Gaines, one of the goal scorers tonight. Got to turn, lay it back to the defense. And Kalen Ryden. Pondika right back to Maples. Seymour on a little bit of an errant pass as Avievu tried to step up and intercept. Lindsay back to Tambakis. Johnson nearly got a foot to that one as it snuck through Zazello. Now pressing ahead, Seymour. Akale, good find. Seymour with some space. Traore going to come over to try to help out. That ball behind everybody, and Smith is right there to put a foot through it.
And New Mexico trying to settle this game and get back to playing their patient possession style to find these 1v1 moments.
Gaines cuts towards the center. Akale going to stop one touch. Laid back for Seymour. Crossed in over the top of everybody, but Okello right there to help out defense. And it's cleared away. A few dangerous opportunities for New Mexico United as it's like Darius Formella going to get ready to come on as we will take a hydration break as well. And there will be the change as they go to this hydration break. Darius Johnson, the man who earned the penalty for the first goal of the night for Phoenix Rising, ends his shift after 77 minutes as Formella will enter and immediately go over and get a drink of water.
You took the word right out of my mouth, though, Killian, to describe Darius Johnson's performance tonight. A shift. Doing some hard running on both sides of the ball. A nice performance from Darius Johnson. And really useful for Phoenix Rising to get minutes out of Johnson, out of Gerald Margarita. They're going to be missing, we would imagine, some of these international players for the June window coming up. Some World Cup qualifiers in CONCACAF, the Gold Cup as well. For players like Johnson and Margarita. Damian Rivera, who's not quite ready to go tonight injury-wise. Carl Saint as well for Haiti. Would imagine there'd be some international call-ups for these players. So for Pa Mudaca to get some minutes out of especially these two attackers tonight in Johnson and Margarita, really valuable because every minute at this point needs to be allocated across a smaller number of players as we hit that international break.
Dozen Rising fans, your tickets, your schedule, your way. For the Phoenix Rising Flex Plan, you can get your tickets starting at just $14. You can choose the matches that work for you. Lock in your seats and enjoy the action on your terms. Don't miss a moment. Secure your Flex Plan today at phxrisingfc.com. We are Phoenix Rising, Todos Rojos. Bandidos down there in that south end. Been treated to an exciting one tonight as this hydration break coming to an end. Killian McClatchy, Joe Lowry. And Joe, you mentioned that international window coming up. Excited to see all the call-ups, not just here in Phoenix, but across the league as a whole. The USL Championship getting a good opportunity to show off a little bit coming up here in the next few months.
Speaking of showing off, how about that trumpet work?
Pretty impressive. I'm not very musically talented, so I can't really give you much analysis on that other than simply playing the instrument is impressive to me.
You're more of a hot cross buns guy. I've always known that.
I don't even know about that one, honestly.
Killian Hot Cross Buns McClatchy. Rolls off the tongue.
It does. That's scary now that that might get out there in the world.
It's too late.
I know. Wrapping up this hydration break.
There's something left in this game. Killian, 3 goals for both sides. Both teams with attacking play. Really inspiring stuff at times tonight, whether it's dead balls, whether it's work off the ball, whether it's 1v1 dribbling, Akale, Margarita, Darius Johnson, Luis Fernando, Mackenzie Gaines. So much quality wide play tonight. Could be a little bit of a preview potentially of a playoff matchup later on this season. If both these teams stayed the course, New Mexico have been so impressive through the early season under Dennis Sanchez. Phoenix Rising finally finding their footing in the Western Conference and now potentially in the Jaeger Cup as well.
Interception, ball played through. Here comes Sacco in one-on-one, and it's just wide, but not out as Smith can't keep it in. A great pass from Margarita to Sacco up top, and he tried to sneak it past Tambakis and wasn't able to get it through.
Isan Sacco's going to want this one back. That is a delightful through ball from Gerald Margarita. Isan Sacco maybe caught in 2 minds there a little bit.
And that one was immediately stolen away. Sacco now down in a heap after a hard challenge as it comes back the other direction. Montgomery, a little tug at the jersey, and Sacco still down at the edge of the 18.
And that's something, Killian, that Phoenix Rising cannot afford, both in this game, in the closing minutes. As we catch the replay here, you can see Sacco just coming up lame there. It's not just about this match, though, for Phoenix. It's also looking ahead to the USL Championship regular season play as well, as their roster's going to thin coming up next month. Sacco, though, back to his feet.
Sacco back up, which is a good sign for Phoenix, as New Mexico United has it back in play, as the USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and the ESPN platforms all season long. You can catch the live matches and expert analysis every single day on the CBS Sports Golazzo Network and ESPN+. Go to the USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. And knocked away. It'll be a goal kick. A deep breath for the back line of Phoenix as another opportunity goes away for New Mexico.
Neither team willing to shut up shop here. It's New Mexico United taking advantage of a scrambled Phoenix defense. Mo Traore tries to lunge and make contact with that ball, but another high-quality look, this time at the other end, for New Mexico United.
You mentioned there might still be something in this match. I can tell you this. I promise you at least one more ball will find the back of the net here tonight. I guarantee it. Simply because we cannot end in a draw tonight. If it does stay level at the end of the 90, they will go to penalties to decide who will take away at least 2 points. We got lots of time to get there as Gaines has it deflected once off of a Senge and then back off of him and out for a goal kick.
That's clever from you, Killian. That is clever work. There will be a winner tonight. There will be a loser, even if it's in a penalty shootout.
It's just a matter of how many points will be awarded.
And Phoenix Rising in a position within the context of Jägermeister Cup where they would really benefit from all 3 points. New Mexico already claimed those 3 points in their regulation win over Union Omaha on match day 1 of the Jägermeister Cup. Phoenix Rising lost out here to San Antonio FC. Phoenix, if they want to climb up to the top of this group, or at least give themselves a chance to do that, or to notch one of the 2 top wildcard spots to make the next round where 8 teams will advance out of the group stage, they've got to rack up points in big bundles here.
Especially with Colorado Springs picking up the victory. They got 3 points earlier tonight in the group. As that ball headed up, Skiers was pulled from behind. And look elsewhere, I mentioned that Colorado Springs at 1-0 over El Paso. That was the only other game going on in the group so far tonight. Margarita, foot race if he can get there. He's going to slide through, but unable to keep the ball down. Kello, that one weaving around. Zalelum gets it away from his feet. Kale to the center. Pondeka. Hear the horn from the train, getting ready to blow past the south end here at 38th and Washington. Long ball looking over the top, trying to get one through to Daniel Bruce. Nothing there. Winning possession, though. Pulling up, left-footed shot, and well wide. No harm there off the left foot of Tomas Pondeka.
It's the goal train tonight, folks.
6 goals, combined 3 aside. Kale, Fernando, and Gaines for New Mexico United. Sacco, Avievu, and Skierce or Akello, depending on who you ask and which replay you see, for the 3rd goal for Phoenix Rising. A little chip forward, trying to get one in behind as Asenge going to hesitate. Keeps the ball, at least for the moment, Bruce, and now an extension of the arm. Bruce went down a little too easily, according to the head referee.
Yeah, some angry folks in the New Mexico dugout. Hard to blame him. The full outstretched arm there from Axel Asenge on Daniel Bruce. Physical play being let play here to close out this second half.
One more look. I think they might have a fair gripe.
Yeah, that's a surprising no call for me.
Margarita, that one takes a deflection out. Okello wanted to go quickly, and he'll wait at least a moment longer.
And Phoenix certainly have more to gain by trying to push the tempo in the last 3 minutes plus stoppage time of this match, again, as they look to make up some ground in their Jägermeister Cup group. New Mexico don't really know any other way. Could still be an opportunity here.
Gonna knock one down. That one goes through off the head of Akello and now cleared as Traore gets to it. Skierce battling around, and it's knocked down. Long run, and Akello loses out possession. Lots of room. Gaines wants the ball up the left wing, and he gets it. Asenge comes in. Gaines cuts over to his right. Still going through the middle. Gaines still with the ball at his feet. Akale stops. Left foot. Akale too tall. Folks, you're going to wish that your high school back in the day had these benefits. Did you know that Hope High is completely self-paced, fits a variety of life circumstances, and offer a bunch of free in-person events? You can find out more by scanning the QR code on the screen, or you can visit hopehighonline.org. Rakowski puts it back into play as Smith chests it down. A long run, and it'll be out throw to Phoenix. Pamoduka holding on to the ball as another substitute, and it looks like we're going to see the debut for Charlie Dennis for this season here in Phoenix, and indeed it is Hope Avievu. New man coming off. A round of applause for number 10.
Some applause there for Charlie Dennis as well, as he's been dealing with so many injury issues this season. Just got a few minutes off the bench back in the opener. First Jägermeister Cup minutes. Now for Charlie Dennis, will be looking to come in and make an impact in central midfield. Keep an eye on his set piece ability as well with that left foot.
Montgomery got his foot to it. Skierce knocks it down. Akello, too strong of a touch. It's a whole jumbled mess as Dennis comes right in, and a little too much contact. It'll be a foul and a free kick. 3 minutes added on for stoppage time. So we got threes all over. 3 goals for Phoenix, 3 for New Mexico. 3 more minutes. We'll see if either side can find themselves a fourth. Marcus going to set up, put his right foot through it. Akello. And knock one up as Smith going to let it roll out for a throw. Dennis wins the header, but unable to keep possession. Akale, little back heel flick looking for Bruce, but Traore, a little bit further than the one he scored earlier this season.
Just a little.
Traore had that absolute, I don't even know what the best adjective to use to describe the goal that he had in El Paso. It was a wild game. It was similar to this one, a 4-4 final in El Paso. Traore hit one from midfield as a foul, and Joe Margarita displeased with the decision on that one.
Margarita certainly with contact there. Gideon Zalalem again on the ground for New Mexico United. You'll see it here. Just gets Zalalem's leg sandwiched in between his own. Easy call there from the referee, and Zalalem not in a hurry to get back up and resume this game. New Mexico managing the match a little bit in the dying moments of regulation.
Starting to press numbers forward. As Vargas going to come in to take this free kick, as whole battalion of yellow starts to make their way towards the Phoenix 18. And Bacchus is going to run up, and he'll just touch it quickly and get it back going. Vargas cross towards the back post as Formella wasn't able to get anything, as went down. It'll be a goal kick.
And this could well be the last opportunity in regulation for Phoenix Rising in their hopes to claim all 3 points. If we hit that penalty shootout directly after regulation, just 2 points on offer for the winning side and 1 for the loser.
They'll share the 3. That one's up, and it will be 3-3. The 3 points will be split tonight between these two Western Conference rivals. It's just going to be a matter of who takes home the 2. An exciting 90 minutes, but don't go anywhere, as we still have a penalty shootout to determine a winner tonight in the Jägermeister Cup. We are going to stay put as we get ourselves ready for this penalty shootout, as the two sides will go to their respective ends for a moment, talk things over. Pamuruka and Dennis Sanchez get ready to set their penalty lineups.
And you can see Pamuruka and goalkeeper coach Corey Robertson discussing this order. Phoenix Rising at the end of training yesterday worked on their penalty kicks. Went through, and every single player in the squad took one. Patrick Rakowski, plenty of reps. Stopping as well. Rakowski coming off of that save on Valentin Noel on Wednesday in that penalty. 2 saves for Rakowski in between the posts on penalties this season, Killian.
Yeah, Rakowski's been tremendous this year. Some big ones in the U.S. Open Cup early on. And you mentioned that big penalty save in the 90th on Wednesday. As two sides talking things over. As give you the highlights in this second half. This is how we got to this 3-3 scoreline. It was 2-1 after the first 45. In the 59th minute, though, a beautiful find and finish from Fernando leveled it at 2-2.
Yeah, that assist from Chris Gloucester there is absolutely delightful to find Fernando. Some punches being thrown both ways in Mexico United. find their third off of just some sloppy build-up play from Phoenix Rising. Mackenzie Gaines making the visitors pay inside the 18.
He had just jumped in on the match as well, but then right back. Hope Avievu off the corner. JP Skierce got a piece of it. Noble Akello was right there as well. And that is where it sets us at a 3-3 scoreline as the coin flip looks like Phoenix and Patrick Rakowski has won the coin toss. At least I think it's fair to say based off of the reaction and the pointing. Out of the way. Get ready to get things set up. So it looks like these penalties will be taken on the south end in front of that supporter section for Phoenix Rising. Came into the night 3 points on offer. Both sides are going to come away with something. The winner will take home 2. The loser of this penalty shootout will walk away with just 1. It is a big 2 points on offer for Phoenix Rising, who look to get their first points in Group 2. New Mexico United trying to extend their advantage at the top of Group 2. So as we get ready, it looks like the first taker is going to be Daniel Bruce, the Englishman, for New Mexico United. Bruce, 5 goals a year ago in 30 appearances for New Mexico United. As a man, he spent his entire professional career in Albuquerque. 166 career appearances in all competitions as Bruce will step up and saved by Rakowski.
Patrick Rakowski has been a penalty hero for Phoenix Rising in 2025. Makes the right read, getting down into his left just days after saving a penalty in regulation against Las Vegas in league play. The hero from Phoenix Rising's U.S. Open Cup win over FC Tulsa in that shootout earlier on this season strikes again.
Patrick Rakowski, he sees penalties. Dona native. Take a running start. Skierce slots it home just past the outstretched gloves of Tambakis.
Tambakis guesses the right way. That's a well-taken penalty, though, from JP Skierce. Gets good power behind it. You usually want to avoid those mid-height strikes, but gets enough speed behind that ball to get it past Tambakis.
See the frustration from Tambakis knowing he went the right direction. It'll be Talon Maples. Leander, Texas, he scored a penalty in that opening Jaeger Cup match against Union Omaha. We'll see if he can slot home a second. Maples, a deep breath. Goes wide again and saved again from Rakowski.
You can see that brick wall hanging behind him. Rakowski guesses right yet again. Maples trying to go for the misdirection there and bait Rakowski into picking a side. Rakowski hangs tight, gets down to his left and makes that save. Killian Maples, the only New Mexico player to make a penalty in their Open Cup shootout loss earlier this year to El Paso, cannot repeat the trick.
Here's Charlie Dennis, going to take it with his left. Dennis, cheeky from Charlie Dennis, and it's 2-0 Phoenix.
Charlie Dennis, cool as you like. Right down the middle with that left foot. Lovely evening for Charlie Dennis, getting back on the field here in Phoenix for the first time since March. Injury issues have abounded, but he's hated Phoenix in this shootout.
Here's Tomas Pandeka. He's a futsal star. He played for Team USA in the 2021 FIFA Futsal World Cup. He's now stepping up in the Jägermeister Cup. He needs this one. Rakowski makes this save. That south end might explode. Pondeka gonna settle up to it. Rakowski, 3 for 3. They don't call him Rako the Wall for nothing.
Patrick Rakowski, back to back to back to back to go back to Wednesday evening saves on penalties for the German goalkeeper. That is outstanding work from Phoenix Rising's number 1.
It's going to be Dariusz Formella, the Polish national. He has 60 goals over the course of his professional career. A little chip, and Tambakis just stayed up on his feet long enough and makes the save.
You can see the focus there from Alex Tambakis. Goes to his right, ends up maintaining that composure, shifts back to his left, keeping New Mexico United alive in this shootout.
So Phoenix, first miss of this penalty shootout, still ahead 2-0. Rakowski has saved all 3 in this penalty shootout. The step up, and that one slotted home for New Mexico.
Rakowski for the first time tonight guessing wrong. Even if he'd guessed right, no saving that penalty from Will Seymour. A well-taken strike into that upper left-hand corner. New Mexico United staying alive in this shootout.
A stunner for Seymour, and now an opportunity. It'll be Juro Margarita, the Curaçao international. Steps back to the 18. One slide to the left. Margarita, Tambakis knocks it down and answers. Back-to-back saves for Alex Tambakis.
This shootout's all about the goalkeepers. Alex Tambakis looking at Patrick Rakowski, thinking anything you can do, I can do. Gets down to that left side, back-to-back saves for New Mexico United's number 1.
So it's going to come down to this one. Caitlin Ryden. Ryden needs to find the back of the net to keep this penalty shootout going. Rakowski saved the first 3. Ryden, been a staple on the back line for this club, the left footer. He's going to send that one as Rakowski guessed the wrong way, and will go at least one more.
Well taken strike there from Caitlin Ryden. Just gets his left foot around it, guides it into the back of the net. Phoenix Rising now a chance for a walk-off win to claim 2 points in the Jägermeister Cup.
And it's going to be the man that scored the penalty to open the scoring for Phoenix Rising, Isan Sako. Sako, the French international from Alfortville. Steps back, the hands on the hips. Sako ends it. 2 points for Phoenix, and they're on the board in the Jägermeister Cup.
Phoenix Rising victory after 2 days.
3-2 In penalties to Phoenix Rising, and Isan Sako converts the winner. His second penalty conversion of the night, and that man right there, Rakowski, big hugs, saved the first 3 New Mexico penalties and allowed Rising to get out to an early 2-0 lead in this shootout.
Another unbelievable performance in penalty moments from Patrick Rakowski. Immense in Phoenix Rising's U.S. Open Cup win over FC Tulsa. It took a shootout and a heroic performance, both at the end of extra time with a big save from Rakowski, and then again in the shootout to get them into the next round of the Open Cup. Next possible opportunity in another shootout scenario. Rakowski coming up big with those 3 saves. Absolutely unbelievable from the German.
Good show of sportsmanship all around. These two see plenty of each other. These Western Conference rivals, but it's all respect at the end of the day, and they'll see each other at least one more time in the championship. Well, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere as we'll recap this entire exciting night in the Jägermeister Cup. Phoenix Rising comes away with 2 points over New Mexico.
The savings are spreading fast during our Spring Fever sales event at Coulter Buick GMC Tempe. We've got your cure, a new ride with exceptional factory offers and huge dealer price cuts. Like a new 24 GMC Sierra 1500 with up to $19,000 in Coulter savings. Or lease a new 24 Buick Envision for only $289 a month. So catch the fever and save during our Spring Fever sales event at Coulter Buick GMC Tempe. Experience the difference.
Billy, I need help with the clicker.
Yeah, wait, 1 second, Grandma. This guy's gonna buy my car.
Billy, you still there?
Okay,
You need Carvana. What's your plate number?
Boss, M-O-V.
Vehicle features, no accidents, right?
No.
Good. Generating offer. Carvana can pick it up tomorrow.
That's an amazing offer. But do you still need help with the clicker?
I'll ask your sister.
Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
When you trust your heart to Abrazo Health, you're choosing one of the Valley's largest networks of cardiologists.
Nationally recognized for the heart care we provide and a dedicated heart hospital.
You're choosing a team who has dedicated their lives to help save yours.
We are here for every heartbeat, from preventative diagnostic testing
to performing complex, life-saving heart surgeries.
In matters of the heart, we believe it's a journey that we all take together.
Because heart care is better together.
The man of the night right there, Patrick Rakowski, helps lead his side to a 3-2 penalty shootout win over New Mexico United. 2 points goes the way of Phoenix, their first 2 points in Group 2 of the USL Jägermeister Cup. New Mexico United takes just 1 point away from the evening. They still sit in first in Group 2 as of right now. Killian McClatchy, Joe Lowry, an exciting one all around here tonight in the Valley of the Sun. You get 3-3 in full time in 90 minutes, then you get an absolute doozy of a penalty shootout.
Yeah, I didn't think there was any way that shootout, Killian, would top the 90. And then Patrick Rakowski, and fair play to Alex Tambakis as well for his saves in that shootout. The goalkeeper standing on their heads in the penalties. An unbelievable display. Phoenix Rising celebrating their 2 points in the Jägermeister Cup.
A big 2 points. It certainly sets them up with an opportunity to try and advance out of this group stage, a very difficult group stage competition for this USL Jägermeister Cup. As starting to wrap things up, we have our Hope High game changer of the match, and it is Patrick Rakowski. Rake on the wall. with his 3 straight saves to open up the penalty shootout.
Just unbelievable stuff there from Phoenix Rising's netminder. This is coming off the back of that U.S. Open Cup shootout victory in Tulsa, or even before it gets to the shootout, Rakowski makes the opening save in that shootout. He makes a huge save on Taylor Calhara in Tulsa to keep it 1-1. Sending that game to penalties, Phoenix Rising came out on top. They're now 2 for 2, Killian, in shootouts in 2025.
Oh, by the way, he stopped 4 in a row. You look at Wednesday, he kept and earned the 3 points for this Phoenix club in Las Vegas, saving one in the 90th on the road earlier this week. So a big week for Patrick Rakowski. He is the Hope High game changer of the match. As we'll give you the full highlights, there were plenty of them from tonight, presented by Gila River Resorts and Casinos. We'll start the first 45, 15 minutes in. We started off like this.
I mean, it's an unbelievable strike from Mukwele Akale. Got that left foot, bends it over the wall, past the outstretched paws there. Patrick Rakowski then goes and shushes this Phoenix crowd.
The first penalty of the night, it was Isan Sako. He went top right, slotted it home, leveled it at 1-1, and then right in stoppage time, Margarita finds a little space, and then Hope Avayevu heads it home to make it 2-1 going into halftime.
Now, Phoenix's plethora of attacking talent on full display on that goal sequence. So good for Margarita to be patient on that right side. Gets Talon Maples to commit to ground, and then chips that ball to Hope Avayevu at the back post.
A choreographed dance for you there, too. We flip over to the second half in the 59th minute. Beautiful touch, beautiful pass, beautiful finish. Pretty all around as Fernando levels it back at 2-2.
It's a great goal for New Mexico, but for Phoenix, if there's a takeaway, a negative one from this game, it's the need to finish out games. In Seattle lead, this team up 2-1, gives away 2 quick goals in the second half. One off of a nice bit of play for New Mexico where the defense turns off a bit, and then that build-up mistake coming back to bite Phoenix.
And the big one, this one leveled at 3-3 off of a corner. It was Avayevu, Skierson, and Akello were there, as that was the 3-3, and then it went to penalties, and that man took care of his business, the 3 saves to open it up, and Phoenix wins 3-2 in the penalties. Here are your final stats for the evening. 12-9 shots, 7-5 on target. It was a possession game in favor of New Mexico. I think that's what everybody kind of expected coming in this one. A level game. I think it was deservedly level, and really exciting. We're going to see these two teams at least one more time.
Yeah, has me juiced for the Western Conference race. New Mexico, of course, sitting on top in the regular season. Now, continuing to push forward in the Jägermeister Cup as well. There's some firepower whenever these two teams meet. 6 goals in this one, 3 goals when they met earlier on this month. There's juice in this rivalry, Killian.
There certainly is, and just added a little extra shot of it for this one.
See what you did there.
This 3-3, a 3-2 victory in penalty kicks for Phoenix Rising. Well, that's going to do it for us here tonight in Phoenix. For my partner, Joe Lowry, my name is Killian McClatchy. Big thank you to our entire crew here in Phoenix and back in the studio as well, producing this one. A 3-3 after 90, 3-2 after penalties. Phoenix Rising takes 2 points away in the Western Conference Derby between Phoenix Rising and New Mexico United. I want to thank you for joining us this evening. Enjoy the rest of your night. You've been watching this presentation of the USL Championship.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.